Welcome to Onivia, League of Legends highlights. These are the best highlights from today's LCK matchup.
And so far, I've been nothing but impressed by DRX.
Yeah, the timing's so good that Fake is back because, you know, they obviously have a lot of prior bot, they have a lot of prior people. Like Senna, we always see how small a health bar is. You could just lose half your health bar just from the extended AoE.
Dan, I know you're very passionate about talking about...
You had a mid laner, like maybe like an Ahri here, you'd be super upset at a Chemtech Soul just giving you no real late game option in the back of it. Oh, Frog in trouble.
Yeah, it's a Senna gank that comes in, but again, this is Renekton, and they're just going to try to turn this one around. They got Viego coming up here as well as the TP, and that's an Aurelion Soul. You're not getting away from that as he glides on in. The ult has to be flashed by Guma, and that's a nice first blood going to DRX. Still feels good for DRX.
Yeah, it feels like they're making all the right decisions in this game, honestly, which, you know, considering how many struggles DRX have had.
But trying to stay together as a team.
Yeah, T1 going to struggle to approach. Control over Banana Brush and the Aurelion Soul being able to put down that field does make it hard, but Ona looking for a flank.
This is a big ult from the side of Carry. It's going to hit 4 people, and the ult from Zeus going to knock back the Aurelion Soul as a big ult will come from the Aurelion Soul. But now the Vi goes in, and we do have the Nico pop-up, but a lot of members on the side of DRX are low. But where's the damage from T1? So many low health bars here on the side of DRX, but nobody can kill anything. Finally, Carrier will get the second kill onto the Viego, and Guma on the Senna level 8 is able to get that final kill onto Pleta as T1 finally turned that fight around.
Super scrappy fight there, but T1 edge up in the end. Guma getting a ton of value in that fight, just unhit the tier 1 tower in the top lane, but Frog's been doing a pretty good job of weak siding, getting away from sticky situations, and it will just be a trade of towers in the side lane. Even with that fight loss, it was slight, so the gold is about even right now between the two teams, although T1 looking for a bit more here. TP gonna come in, they won't give up this tier 2 if they can help it.
Yeah, with the TP, they do keep it alive too, but not going to force the issue here. As now the bottom laners just kind of playing around here in mid. Carrier already level 13, ahead of Teddy in terms of levels, and now Sponge going 1v1 versus Owner. They're going to get the knock on a Yehu, but there's no follow-up here from the side of T1, so a little bit of a disengage ult.
Yeah, and I think DRX later on doesn't get as much farm, or maybe struggle to get farm in lane. Carrier is very farmed right now.
Yeah.
201 CS, he is super bulky.
Not really going to chunk through this one as the ult is going to come down, hits the Senna, and a bit of damage here on a Carrier. Now, T1 handled this well. I don't think that DRX were fooling anyone there, as there is vision now in the Baron pit. And so T1 will just get another Chemtech break, as now, no fight coming in, but Carrier goes way too deep by himself, as now getting flanked by Frog. He is all alone in the enemy jungle. Down he will go. That is that very tanky Orange just dead, and now DRX looking at...
DRX want to start up this Baron.
T1. Okay, this Baron, specifically the Hunter Baron, does a lot of damage, but this is going to be a rough steal from the side of Owner. I mean, there's a Kalista, you've got Smite, and they're down a member as the knockback comes in, and now it's just a massive Aurelion Soul ult, and the Kalista gets the Baron, and T1 do a bunch of damage, but they're losing everything else. Nobody on the side of DRX will fall except Sponge, and Zeus is just on the run here. Yehu looking for a little bit more, and he should be... okay.
Too much healing, too much
So
healing.
the plants are going to come in, and that's fine. That would have just been the bonus. DRX got a couple of items already here. He is going to be that unkillable Renekton as this game comes along.
Yeah, it's really difficult for DRX to hit this tower just because of the threat of the Ornn ult, the Vi ult. So they are struggling to get this tier 1, but it looks like they're trying to move down towards bot for Zeus.
Look at land the stun or something. The Keeper's Verdict is going to hit the Aurelion Soul away, but the two members of DRX are already on the Poppy, and Zeus cannot survive. As that Poppy looking really squishy at this point in the game with the amount of damage that DRX have and the momentum they have.
Yeah, great ult from Yehu, and Frog layers the CC, kills him, and the damage from Sponge is there as well. The Ornn ult comes in, but not able to connect. Now T1 are going to try and find something here on Yehu, but they might be in trouble themselves.
Oh, it's a root here on Owner. He's in a ton of trouble. I mean, look at that massive chunk that the Aurelion Soul is at this point, and the Vi alone is obviously going to be taken down. The only gold lead is on the Ornn. As Sponge, he's going to get a flash into the center.
That DRX is on. They could be so happy with just how this game is going so far. T1 set up for the Dragon again. It's only a Chemtech, but DRX not going to let them get this one for free.
Yeah, this time around, DRX want to fight for it, as a lot of poke damage is coming out of the Azir. Faker doing a good job of that. But is it going to be effective damage here? As we don't have the empowered ult, and a lot of damage does go into the Dragon, as T1 will take it down. DRX say, okay, you poked us out. We're not going to try to force this one. It's just Chemtech Drake. Doesn't do much for us. And now just kind of chasing T1 through their own jungle. They want to push and get some mid-prio here and maybe take down another turret. But now, PIA going to throw his ult as the flank is coming in. Sponge in a really rough spot, as now the ult from the Poppy is going to knock him away. Yehu's all alone on the top side of this one, as these fights have been so messy. Pleta, a massive ult as Faker in a lot of trouble, has to flash away. Keria going in by himself. He's got Guma on the backside. Yehu's going to go down by himself. Keria is so tanky, but does eventually go down to the human nexus that is Teddy. T1 looking for a little bit more on the chase as the charge comes in from Zeus, and it looks like Pleta will have to give his life for the team.
T1 managed to find that engage, and that's the danger against his composition. Oh, Teddy!
The flash comes in. That's a shutdown for the Vi, and importantly, Teddy will be taken down.
Indestructible. The Baron's been started. This needs to be the focus. Yehu is TPing in. They can contest this.
They absolutely can with Yehu and how gigantic this dragon is, but the Ornald comes in as T1 look for the turn, and they get absolutely bombed in the river. Massive damage comes out from the Aurelion Soul as Yehu, he is going to go down to Faker though, who is doing an insane amount of damage, and now Zeus and Keria able to win a 2v2 up there. Frog trades one back, but man, that Aurelion Soul was insane. Here. And this Baron does do a lot of damage. You see Frog is getting a little bit low, and Faker with the Mega Cone is just going to go to the north side here alongside of Zeus and try to fight this straight up. Pleta just trying to avoid it as the Fate's Call, they dodge the ult from the Poppy, but they take out two, and it's only Teddy who does get the Baron. And
wait, Teddy!
1v2ing! Teddy able to stand up to two, and no! Will take him down at the last moment.
He gets the Baron, he gets Faker, but Zeus is...
The Nico ult, that would be huge. So maybe they'll rely on that, but just gonna go for the Drake, as they do have just an intense amount of damage. The smite comes in, and the Callista secures it. And T1 say, well, you get it. We'll try to get mid-prio. Frog in a lot of trouble, goes for the Dominus, is gonna get swept in the team, and Frog is just so tanky though, as the rest of the DRX is coming on over. They want to take the fight. Owner is in a lot of trouble, but the Yehu ult doesn't do that much damage, and down will go the Renekton. And now Yehu's on the run. Pleta's on the other side of the fight, as here comes Faker once again, looking for more. But the peel comes in from Sponge to help out Teddy. Nobody can get on this Callista, as they're trying to lock the soldier forward. And Owner, here comes Zeus looking for this, but the Sonya's is going to keep him alive. And the rest of the team is able to dive under the turret. Zeus is able to lock them in place. As now Teddy, the range from the Senna is too long. And maybe, just maybe, T1 has won a big team fight. I don't think they'll win the game, as now they're trying to get Pleta here, who was just pushing mid, and he will just die.
Yeah, the human nexus, but Guma is now look at Sponge get knocked away as he was going to jump on Guma usually. And then Yehu, the ult wasn't empowered, unfortunately. They only get a GA, and then the chase down. The slows from this center really starting to be a problem for the side of DRX. Sponge gets caught up by Keria, and it's this flank from Zeus as well at the end. Zonya's from Yehu has been a won or lost fight. Now, they're clearing Baron vision around the Baron, and they are starting it up. DRX have vision, but T1 have their engagers ready to play interrupt on whoever approaches.
Yeah, I'm looking for this Keeper's Verdict right now as the ult comes in from Frog. They want to get... Oh, the massive knockup from the side of Pleta, and the follow-up, but T1 are still turning this one around, but Faker the first one to go down. Guma's also going to hit the deck. The rest of the team, though, is dead on the side of DRX, but this Viego is getting reset. Finally does go down, as it's just the two tanks left, and the Dragon is just breathing on everyone. A triple kill comes through, and Zeus will go down as well. And they have that damage to get the job done.
Pleta with the
scaling in their comp, I guess, because they got absolutely bodied with that engage by the side of DRX. And now 12k damage, 11.5k damage in the last fight.
Yeah, when he can breathe fire, when he can ult like that, he can get the damage down. Yeah, who's doing a monstrous amount, and now
on the chase here. as T1 do not want to give them this one, but they're already getting to work on this dragon.
Yeah, the cluster secure really makes it a lot easier, but the fight's gonna come in.
Oh, the ult there onto the Renekton, but the massive damage there. But Yehu is alone in the front line. He has to go Zolata with the turn, but their dragon is already dead. Down will go Faker though. Is there a chance perhaps for Sponge and Teddy to carry this one? Owner on the chase here. Pletta's gonna go down. Teddy's also gonna go down. I think T1 have finally broken the backs of DRX in this game one.
They managed to take down Yehu. The ult looks massive. Pletta gets a big ult, but it's just not enough. And Guma, the Fountain Laser, comes through clutch in this game. T1 able to close it out. An absolute battle to get to this point, and this is just game one and breaking the record 4 kills in a game this summer. An absolute slugfest.
I mean, this was just insane. 46 minutes. I did not expect to cast a game like this in game number 1 of this series as well. But T1, they do take down the Nexus.
These were the best highlights from today's LCK matchup. Click that subscribe button faster than Ramus can say,
okay.
See you on the next one.